Slop crew. Ooh, ooh, it's HALLOWEEK. Ooh, it's Halloween on HALLOWEEK. Ooh, we didn't upload videos all the week like we planned to. Ooh, it's so scary. Ooh. Yeah, and today it's only Slop from Slop crew because my little buddy, my little friend he's in Austin right now.
What's up, everybody? I'm sorry I couldn't be there for y'all today. I know it's been hard without me. I'm sure having one episode without me, you're gonna be sad. Everybody's gonna be crying for me. I know you all missed me. But it's okay, I'm sure Aiden's holding it down. I'm sure he's doing okay. If he tells the Tails doll story, I'm gonna be upset. So yeah. I hope y'all are doing well. I miss all of you. And if you guys don't miss me, it's fine. It's Halloween, so you guys should get scared tonight. It's gonna be a good scary night. This is my costume. If you can't tell what I am, guess in the comments. Tell us what you think I am. That's my costume. Have a good day, everybody. I love you all. What? No, I'm not done.
And we didn't prep videos for while he was gone. So yeah. Today I'm playing Pac-Man. I'm playing spooky Pac-Man. I'm gonna talk about scary stories. Ooh, scary stories. I need to check the mixing. Ooh, we're back playing scary Pac-Man. Ooh. So I have a couple of stories to tell. So when I was younger, I used to live in a haunted. My apartment used to be haunted. I'm pretty sure. So and I had an irrational. Well, I wouldn't say necessarily irrational, but I had a fear of ghosts growing up because of it. Like you see these Pac-Man ghosts, I'd be terrified. I'd be freaking pooping my pants seeing these scary ghosts, dude. Because they were so scary. But yeah, my old apartment, it used to be haunted, and there's a see that 200, 400 right there. Can't go for the 600. Yeah, my apartment used to be haunted, and the reason I say this is because I had several paranormal experiences living in that apartment. So first one, I believe I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again. So when I was a kid, I was like super autistic and I was super into Sonic, right? I loved Sonic so much, and I grew up with a GameCube and PlayStation 2. And on my GameCube, I had this game called Sonic Gems Collection that had a collection of a bunch of Sonic games and stuff. And because I was young and had unrestricted access to the internet, I listened to a lot of creepypastas. So it was very scary. It was very scary. And there was a Sonic R one about this character in Sonic R called Tails Doll. Now Tails Doll is basically like a Metal Sonic equivalent for Tails. But it was like different because it wasn't like I guess it was a robot, but it was like stuck in a doll, right? So it was like this weird, like dangling, like floating doll that you'd have to race against. And there's this creepypasta about Tails Doll and how he was real. And Tails Doll came through the video game with like a gun and a bat, and he was gonna kill you. So I was being autistic and playing Sonic R on the Sonic Gem Collection on my GameCube, and while I was listening to this creepypasta, right, while I was listening to it, it got very scary, very spooky and scary, because I got to the Tails Doll race in order to unlock Tails Doll, and as I'm listening to this creepypasta, right, my game fucking crashes. Like it does like the old like GameCube like or like the old GameCube and like Wii sound whenever it crashes, and I freaked the fuck out, dude. That was so scary. That was terrifying for me as a little baby child. That was so scary, dude. Another story. I like to imagine that like the ghost that was haunting the apartment at the time was just like, hey, you know, he looks at the other ghosts around him. He's like, hey, you know what would be funny? Watch this shit. And he crashes my game, and I go, ah! Ah! And I run away. Another story that I have from that apartment is that, so this was like I think a few months before I moved out and like left, right? So this is when I was still living with my parents. This is the apartment that I live with my parents in, obviously, because, you know, I was a kid. And I have some siblings. So I was up very late, and I went to the kitchen to get a glass of water, right? And with how the apartment is laid out, there's a living room, the dining room, and the kitchen, and they're all connected. Between the dining room and the living room, there's a hallway that leads to like the bedrooms. And I remember I was in the kitchen, and I turned my head, and I see this like long-haired thing peeking at me from around the corner, and then just swiftly like disappear, like go back behind the corner. And I'm like, what the fuck? Was that one of my siblings? So I go and check, and everybody in the house was asleep. Ooh. But no, like that actually like really freaked me out, dude. Like that was super. I think that was like the scariest thing that I had happen to me while I was living there. Like it was actually terrifying. It freaked me the fuck out. I could not go to sleep after that. Another thing I had happen while I was there was I had so more things about while I was there. I would see like shadow people looking at me in my doorway. Like if I had the door open at night, I would like and then this one is a little bit more silly, but this is another thing that happened. I had a collection of Beyblades, right? Because I freaking love Beyblades so much. Because you know I because you know I was like a little autistic kid, and he's like, wow, look at the Beyblades, look at them spin, look, this one's a horse. And I spin it and be like, yay! So like I had a collection of Beyblades. Is that a bear trap? Why does this dude just have a bear trap in his house? Sorry, that just yeah, that just I don't know why that's there. So like I had a collection of Beyblades, and I had this like electronic launcher. This electronic Beyblade launcher where you would load the Beyblade and load up the ripcord, and then you press a button and then make like a charge up sound of like, and then like whenever you pulled out the ripcord, it would calculate how many rotations per minute you got with how fast you drew the ripcord. It would play rock music, right? So one night at around like 3 a.m., I hear the rock music go off in my closet, because my Beyblades were in my closet, and I hear it go off, and I grab the launcher, and and there's no ripcord in it or anything, right? So I don't know how that might have happened. Maybe dust, I don't know. But I start like goading the ghost into being like, dude, 1v1 me in Beyblade, dude, 1v1 me in Beyblade, you fucking pussy, I bet you won't, bet you won't, you fucking pussy, 1v1 me in Beyblade, bro, 1v1 me in Beyblade, bro, you fucking pussy, and I kept on going on like that for like the next 10 minutes, and ever since that moment, I never had another paranormal experience ever again. That was the last thing that happened, I'm pretty sure. And it's, you know, I think that's kind of beautiful in a way. There's this one time where I was like, this was when I was way younger. I think I was like 6 at this time or something. No, I wasn't that young, but I was definitely in elementary school. I was in my sister's bedroom, and we were like drawing or something. We were drawing on the ground, and her closet was open. and there's a bunch of crayons and markers up on the top shelf of her closet pushed all the way back. And I remember we were drawing, and one of those boxes of, I believe, Crayola markers got flung all the way from the back of the shelf, like near us, without anything touching it. It was crazy. So yeah. I did it! I won! I won, Pac-Man! Happy HALLOWEEK, everybody! Happy HALLOWEEK!